And here we go, Tiffany. You know what day it is, right?
Well, it's Wednesday.
Well, yeah, it is Wednesday. You know what other day it is, right?
Yes, it's Perma Treat Wet Nose Wednesday.
Perma Treat Wet Nose Wednesday. Love it. Love it. We try to find homes for animals that need them in our community. That's what Perma Treat Wet Nose Wednesday is all about. And it is our pleasure once again to welcome back Leslie from Old Dominion Humane Society, located right on Lafayette. Good morning, Leslie. I see you once again outside. How's the temp? You're bundled up. Is it cold? Are you all right?
I'm happy to be here. Like I said, I'm short of like a hailstorm. I'll be here showing you dogs. So
and you certainly have proved that. And I know we've got a great lineup of dogs to get to. Just real quick before we get to our first guest, can you give us the State of the Union on the shelter there and what people need to know as far as it's still appointment only, et cetera?
You got it. So unfortunately, COVID's still lurking around, and so we still have to do things the COVID way. But we're getting really good at it, actually. So we just ask that you guys go to our website, olddominionhumanesociety.org, check out all the dogs that we have for adoption. And if you're interested in meeting somebody, fill out an application. And our volunteers are cranking out these applications. Like, they know that this is the way we get dogs adopted. So fill out that application. They'll get back to you to set up at a time for you to come in and meet the dog. Right now, we're going to do that on Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, and then Saturday afternoons. So we got some flexibility. Hopefully it'll work with your schedule. And one of these days we'll get back to open adoption, fingers crossed. But that's how we're doing it now. And also, let me urge you too, if you go on the website and you see the dogs, that changes every single day. So every day dogs get adopted, new dogs come in. So I can't urge you enough to be like, stay on top of it. You may not see your new family member today, but you may see them tomorrow. So it's all about technology. Obviously, look at us now. Here we are.
Right.
Look at how we're doing a radio show, right?
We work around it however we have to. Well, awesome information, Leslie. Let's go ahead and bring in our first guest. And so we have 5 dogs to spotlight today, and I guess we're starting here with Harvey.
We are starting with Harvey. So let me just tell you a little bit about Harvey. And here, I'll back up because Harvey's a big boy. Come here, Harv. Come here, buddy. Can you sit? Can you see it? Can you see him?
Aww.
Yeah, he's got, okay. He's like a linebacker.
So Harvey actually has been making a lot of progress. He was more than a linebacker when he first came to us because he's lost a lot of weight. He was a big butterball. We've got him down to 50 pounds now.
Wow.
We don't breed label here at Old Dominion, but in Harvey's case, because we've known him since he was a puppy, he is a cattle dog mix. Okay. And because he's a cattle dog mix, we know a lot about his breed. He's super smart and he needs a job. Okay. Now, when I say he needs a job, does that mean that you have to live on a farm to adopt Harvey so he can round up your cattle? No, that's an option. But if you are going to adopt Harvey, he just really needs to be stimulated with a couple good walks a day or a hike, or he goes to daycare. We send him to daycare about once a week. He's a rock star at daycare. They love him. So he's a sweet guy. And the thing about Harvey is he's been here way too long. Harvey came to us. He actually came back to us in October, and we're still looking for a home for him. He is our longest resident, and we don't know why, because Harvey's pretty awesome. So we're hoping that today somebody's going to see Harvey and be like, that's my guy. One thing about Harvey is he especially loves women. Okay, so he's kind of a ladies' man. That doesn't mean that if you have men in your home or guys in your home that you can't adopt him. We just kind of feel like if, like at my house, I'm the pack leader. My husband is not. So he's kind of looking for a woman pack leader. So if ladies, if you see Harvey, look at that. I mean, he's so handsome and he's such a good boy. And you can see he knows fit, he knows his commands. But we're really, really looking to get Harvey a home as soon as possible because he deserves one. He really does. So that's Harvey. Like I said, he's about 50 pounds. We've got him slimmed up. He's still trying to maybe lose maybe another 5. So if you're looking to lose some weight in the new year, there's your new walking buddy right there. So
Yeah, and henceforth he will be known as Get a Job Harvey.
yeah, exactly. Get him a job, because that's the thing. He needs to be stimulated because he's smart. So I
Sure.
don't want that to scare you off, thinking, "Oh my gosh, like what am I going to do to stimulate this dog? Walk him, take him hiking, things like that." It's not hard to stimulate him, but he definitely likes something to do. So that's Harvey.
Awesome. All right.
So, like I said, we always like to mix it up, and I should mention Harvey is about 3 years old. So if you're just curious about his age, and the one thing about Harvey too is he can be a little stubborn sometimes, but let me tell you, he also corrects really well. So like if he's being stubborn and you're like, knock it off, he really actually is very correctable. So again, nice strong pack leader, you got it. All right, next we're gonna do a puppy, okay? He's not a teeny tiny puppy, he's a 4-month-old puppy, and his name is Tony. And we're picking Tony up here. There you go, Tony.
Oh,
Here he is.
Look at the baby.
Hi, Tony.
He's a baby. He is 4 months old. He came from Puerto Rico to us. And the thing is, I was mentioning, we call him Tony Soprano, and here's why.
Oh, no.
He is so sweet with his humans. He loves adults, he loves kids, you name it. But there's something about Tony, he does not like his brothers and sisters that much. So when we put them together, he picks on them. Every family has, the bully. This is Tony. So what we're gonna say about Tony is, when the perfect home for him, he could either be an only dog, or it's not that he doesn't get along with other dogs. It's just that he is better with dogs that are bigger than him and older than him, so that he knows his place. Because he doesn't pick on the older dogs and the bigger dogs. He knows better. It's just, he's just a bully with his siblings or dogs smaller than him. So as you can see, he's a total love and a total ham. But if you have a small dog, you probably don't want to adopt Tony, because he might beat him up.
I like that.
And,
Tony's adorable.
We keep saying, "Oh, we'll give him another chance. We'll give him another chance." Nope, he's still going after his brothers and sisters. So, but he's the sweetest can be, and he's perfect with his people. So that's Tony. He's 4 months old, and he, like all of our dogs, is fully vetted and ready to go home. So he's been neutered. He's had his rabies, he's had his distemper, and he's microchipped. So all you have to do is put in an application for him. We'll set up an appointment. You come and meet him. You'll fall in love with him, of course. And then he's ready to go home to you. So that's
perfect.
So we've got Harvey, who's 3. We just did Tony, who's a puppy. And I'm going to see who Chrissy's bringing out next, because I can't even remember who I told her to bring. So it's going to be a surprise for everybody.
Well, as we're getting the next dog, I see a comment here. Come volunteer or become a foster too. My husband and I love my husband, kids, and I love volunteering. Are you looking for volunteer help?
Oh my gosh! So first of all, we're always looking for volunteer and foster help, but especially, let me tell you, we are expanding this year. So 2021 is going to be a especially big year for Old Dominion. So we are still completely 100% volunteer run. So we would love to have you, and it's such a flexible volunteer and fostering opportunity. We are like, I can't even tell you how flexible we are. So it's not one of those things where you have to sign up to come for a certain day at a certain time. You can work totally around your schedule, and when your schedule changes week to week, we don't care. We'll still have you come in, okay? So the one thing that's what I love about it is, like, whatever works for me, I drop in whenever I can. And if you have a little extra time on your hands and you love dogs, come on down. We do volunteer trainings quite often. It's on our website under volunteer. I'm getting Inca love. And you just show up to a volunteer orientation, and we get you all situated and ready to go. All right.
Awesome.
Boyfriend. Hi, buddy. Okay. Hi, buddy. So this is Inca, and he really is my boyfriend. He also came from Puerto Rico. Come here, Rico. Come here, buddy. You're so handsome. Oh, I know about it. Hey, did we get him? Okay. He's laying down now. Let me tell you a little bit about Inca. He also came from Puerto Rico. He is 4 years old. And when I joke and say he's my boyfriend, so obviously we're an animal rescue and we are big proponents in spay and neuter. I mean, obviously the best way to control the pet population is to spay and neuter all cats and dogs out there so that they don't, so we don't have too many of them. Inca, down in Puerto Rico, he was not neutered when he came yet. So, and that by no fault of their own, he was in foster and everything. He just hadn't been neutered yet. So when he came, he was a little aggressive, not aggressive, like not mean, but in a boyfriend way. He needed to be neutered, okay? And so Inca got neutered, and amazingly, he has mellowed out so much and is just so sweet and so loving and is doing so well. So the only time, like I said, he gave me a little jump up very gently to give me some hugs and kisses, but neutering really made him like an awesome family dog. So I'm excited for him to get a home. Look, you can see he's really handsome and sweet. And he's got that little curly tail that's always up and curled up. He likes other dogs. He plays well with other dogs. He walks pretty well on the leash. He could use a little bit more leash training, but it's not bad at all. He probably weighs maybe 55 pounds, and he's 4 years old. So that's Inca. Like I said, he came from Puerto Rico. He's 4. He's all neutered now, and and still a Casanova, but in a nicer way.
Does your husband know about Inca?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I appreciate that Inca's mellowed out a lot. So, and like I said, obviously spay and neuter is super important to us, but not just because it made Inca into a total sweetheart, but because obviously we do want to control the pet population, because, obviously, yes, we run animal rescue, but there's so many homeless dogs because dogs haven't been spayed and neutered, and it's very inexpensive to do it, and there's clinics all over that will do it for a very inexpensive price. So definitely get your animals spayed or neutered. I feel like Bob Barker, didn't he say that on The Price is Right every day for like 30 years? Yeah, I remember that.
I love it.
All
Love the
right.
bow tie too. Who's next?
Next is Anastasia. And she is also a puppy, but an older puppy. We always talk about the older puppies. They're still bundles of fun, but they have a little bit more, experience under their belt, a little bit more wisdom. So that's a picture of Anastasia. And then she'll pop up here on the screen. So Anastasia also came from Puerto Rico, but she came from Puerto Rico maybe like a few months ago. And she was adopted out to a family, and then she was returned to us. But the only reason she was returned to us is because she was not gelling with the family cats. So there's a prime example. If you ever adopt from Old Dominion Humane Society, and if for any reason you need to surrender your dog that you've adopted, we will always accept the dog back. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. We will always accept them back. We will always find them a new home, and we will take good care of them until we do that. So Anastasia's back with us only because she shouldn't be living in a home with cats. But other than that, I remember when she first came a couple months ago. I love her. She is so sweet. She's like the best a puppy can be. She's playful, she's fun, but she also knows how to chill out and snuggle. She's good with adults. She's good with kids. She's just not good with cats. That's it. She's great with other dogs too.
Okay. And look at those ears. Those are Baby Yoda ears from my point of view.
She got the Baby Yoda ears, and she, she's still growing a little bit, but doesn't have too much growing left to do because she's 10 months old. So she's getting to that window, where she's almost full grown. So yeah, sure. She's a good girl. And then,
love it.
Oh, okay. So we are on our last lady. Is that right? Am I already on? Have I done 5 dogs already?
Yeah. We did Inca, Harvey, Anastasia, and Tony Soprano. So now we're
Tony Soprano.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can. And if you apply for him as Tony Soprano, they'll know who I'm talking about. All right. Last but not least, also a total love bug. This is Betty Davis. Come here, girl. Hi. Oh, hi, sweetheart. So, yeah. So she just arrived to us. Hi, baby. She's about 2 years old. As you can see, she's a lover. Yeah. Hi, sweetheart. You're a good girl. She just came to us. Gosh, I guess it was over the weekend. And she's 2 years old. also fully vetted and ready to go. If you kind of can notice from her picture or here, she came to us. She had like a couple scrapes and cuts. That's why if you could look and she could see a little purple on her. It's not to match me. It's her medicine. So she doesn't have a lot of bruising. It's actually her medicine to clear up some of her cuts. And she's also a little skinny too. So, you know, she's one of those who definitely can use some extra TLC. She's going to get it from us until she gets adopted. But if you see her and you're already in love with her, you are more than welcome to adopt her now and give her that TLC, because clearly she loves her people. She's a very gentle, sweet little soul. And she's ready to go home whenever somebody wants to take her home. So that's Betty Davis.
Well, you can tell in that picture just that she's a sweetheart. She's that sweet soul that you're talking about. You can just tell it.
She is. Yeah, she's relatively quiet, and she's super gentle. You can pick her up if you want to. There she is, baby girl. Yeah, you can see. Oh, she knows. Oh,
look at that.
She just wants loving.
She is loving that.
She really does just want loving. So, hi, baby. Yeah. Hopefully she'll find a home really, really soon, because she definitely deserves one.
Perfect. Once again, we've got Leslie on for this week's Perma Treat Wet Nose Wednesday from Old Dominion Humane Society right there on Lafayette. Tiffany was saying this morning, she's like, pass it all the time now.
I do. And I like almost turn in there at some point. I'm like, oh, I can't do that just yet. I got to get settled.
Well, you know what you can do, Tiffany? We were talking about volunteering. Come volunteer. Like I said, it is so flexible. Like, you can come in and visit the dogs as a volunteer. You can stay as a volunteer. You can be here for 15 minutes. You can be here for 2 hours. We welcome anybody for any amount of time. So that's how we get you in the door, right? You come in and you go, oh my God, I love all these dogs. And then the next thing you know, you're a foster, and then you're adopting. And then you have 3 dogs like me. So there you go.
That's great. I want to get to this comment too from Leah. It says, hi guys, thanks for the show. I love seeing the pets. I have 2 rescue dogs of my own. For those who think you might want a Valentine in your life, think pet. And we are getting ever closer to Valentine's Day. So what a great sentiment there.
That is so true, because you know what? I mean, if you're looking for unconditional love, there's nothing like a dog for unconditional love. I got to tell you, I have 2 cats too, and they love me. But gosh, every time I walk in the door, like, woo, I know I'm loved unconditionally. It's not my family that's come to see me at the door. It's my dog. So
that is so true. So true. Well, great. Thank you for the time as always, Leslie. It's always a pleasure to see you and the wonderful dogs that you bring to us. And our goal is to find every dog a home as soon as possible.
Thank you again for having me, guys. And like you said, you know, I'll do it, whatever the weather. I'm here. So I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Leslie.
Have a good day. Bye, guys.
You too.